Alright. Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Today I'm going to be making Jamaican tripe and bead in my kitchen. This recipe is really easy, it's simple. So if you want to see how I make this recipe in my kitchen, then you have to come on and let's do this. Okay guys, let's go over our ingredients and what you are going to need to make this Jamaican curry recipe. I'm going to also make this recipe a complete meal. I'm going to be using the instant rice. I already have a video showing you how to make white rice. I'm going to put the link in the description bar. Everyone wants to know how to have a perfect white rice on your table using this instant rice, and I'm going to show you guys how. Now let's talk about our tripe. I have here 2.5 pounds of tripe. Bought this in the meat market, and this is what it looks like. Okay, it's already prepared. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to cut it up into smaller sizes. I'm going to wash it with my lemon and my vinegar and make sure it's nice and clean before I put any kind of thing on it. Okay, so I will come back to that side. Now what you're going to need, I'm going to put a lot of onions in here. I have right here 1.5 onion in here. It's, I'd say, a medium-sized onion, and I cut it like this. And the reason why I'm going to use 1.5 onion, I'm going to use a half a onion to get the dish started. And when I finish cook up the meat, I'll go ahead and add the rest of the onions in there. So you're definitely going to need a lot of onions for this recipe. I have my pimento seeds right here. 3 stalks of scallion, my scotch bonnet pepper. I have some green pepper and red pepper in here. Okay, so you'll definitely going to need that. Also, I have a tablespoon of butter or margarine, a tablespoon of garlic, teaspoon of thyme. If you don't have dried thyme, use fresh thyme. Either one is fine. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of curry powder, and make sure guys, when you are making Jamaican curry anything, you want to go ahead and get your Jamaican curry powder to make those recipes. Do not buy Indian powder. I'm also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of all-purpose Jamaican seasoning to this. Also going to use my butter bean, of course, and this is the one that I'm using. This one I bought it in Aldi's, and this one I think I paid like 59 cents for the can. So this is a steal right here. You know I don't cook without my vinegar. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vinegar to that. And that is all that I'm going to be putting onto this recipe. So let's get started. Okay guys, here I have my tripe. I washed it really good. Cleaned it up nice using lemon or lemon juice and vinegar. Make sure that you clean this thing up really. When I say good, I mean really good. Make sure you wash it and clean it up nice. This is the size that I cut it in. You can cut this in whatever size that you please. It doesn't matter. It don't have to be neat and fine, just as long as you cut it up in these little pieces. Okay, now let's get started seasoning this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper also, and I'm using the Jamaican all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to also add some garlic. Yum I love garlic. I never cook anything without garlic. I'm also going to add a little bit of thyme. Here I'm using dry thyme. If you have that fresh thyme, you could use it. Do not take the stems off if you're using fresh thyme. That fresh thyme has a whole lot of flavor in those stems. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of some good old-fashioned curry powder. I'm going to leave a little bit back as I want to burn this curry, so I put a little over a teaspoon in here to give it that flavor. Also going to add my pimento seeds to that, and that is 1 teaspoon of pimento seed. Also I'm going to put half of that onion in here, a half. Okay, so I'm going to use the remainder of the onion, but I have to complete the dish, and that is all for, except that I have to put my vinegar, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of vinegar in here. Now guys, make sure your hands are clean, and you just want to blend everything in. I'm going to let this sit for at least an hour. Now guys, if you want, you could season this thing up overnight, but keep it in mind that you are going to be cooking this on stove top. If you was cooking it into the pressure cooker, you definitely want to season it up even a few hours before, because pressure cooker is going to cook it fast. All right, now it's up to you if you want to add more curry powder to this. I'm just going to put this, because remember, I still have some curry powder left over, which I'm going to add to burn the curry before I put this in. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this up for an hour, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay guys, so now I have my pot here on the fire. I have about 2 teaspoons of cooking oil into that pot. All right, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and burn my curry powder. It's up to you to decide how much curry you want to put into your meat. Also guys, you want to make sure that your fire is on medium heat. Okay, make sure your fire is on medium heat, because you don't want to burn this curry up. Okay guys, so that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and put my meat in, and I'm going to let this come to a simmer. I'm not going to put any water in. Don't put no water in it yet. All right, let it gather its natural juices, and then I'm going to show you my next step from here. So I'll see you back when this thing is bubbling. So okay guys, it's been cooking for about 10 minutes, right? That is all natural juices from the tripe. Now that is what that looks like. Okay, now something else that I want to share with you guys about when you're cooking tripe. Do not add cold water at any time to this. Make sure when you're cooking it, if you're not cooking it in the pressure cooker, you want to make sure that you have a pot with boiling water, or you have your microwave ready to warm up your water, or a kettle. Make sure you only put hot water to this, right? So right here I have my kettle with hot water. I'm just going to put, I'll say about 3 cups of hot water in here. And see, I put my hot water in and it's still bubbling. That is what you want. You do not want to have it in there, and then when your thing is extremely tough, then you say, boy, I'm gonna know what one, oh comes my thing takes so long for cook. Make sure you only put hot water in here so it will not stop the cooking process. Alright, so now I'm gonna just leave that alone here, and I'm gonna cover it up, and I will be cooking this on medium to high heat, because you want this to cook on very, very high, strong heat. So I'm going to let that cook, and within about 30 minutes I'm going to come back and I'm going to see how tender it has gotten. Okay, so I will see you back in 30 minutes. Okay guys, that is exactly what it looks like after it's been cooking for 30 minutes. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add some more water to this. And I'm going to add another 3 cups of hot boiling water, as you can see, so that way the cooking process is still going, it don't stop. Alright, so I'm going to add this, and then within another half an hour this meat should be cooked, and then I'm going to go ahead and season it up and finish it off. Alright, so yeah, that is a full half an hour, guys. So it's been an extra 30 minutes since that's been cooking, and I'm pretty sure that's cooked exactly the way I want it. That's perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to season this thing up. So now it's time for me to put my scotch bonnet pepper in. I'm going to add my scallion. Basically I'm putting all my vegetables in, my peppers. I'm also going to add my onions in here, and that's 1 whole onion. That's a medium-sized onion. So I go ahead and put all that in here. Also going to add a teaspoon of butter or margarine, and also I'm going to add my butter bean. I'm not going to throw that water off. Don't throw that water off, guys, because that water having some extra flavor to it. Just want to mix this around a little bit. Now this is a time when you want to turn your fire down. Do not leave it on medium heat anymore because it's already cooked. Now we're just looking for this thing to simmer and for the vegetables to come together with the meat. So we just want this thing to simmer down. So we are going to turn our fire down, guys, on medium heat. Cover it up nice and tight, and let it simmer for at least 20 minutes. Okay, so that is what that should look like when you get to that step. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you how to prepare your instant white rice. Okay, first time and the right way. This is 2 cups of white rice. Now I am preparing for 3 people, right? So if you are going to prepare for more than 3 people, or let's say 6 people, then you want to put 4 cups of white rice. You want to make sure that you have a tight lid container, because that is what you're going to use to lock that steam in. So make sure you have something that is going to tighten this thing up. Now with instant white rice or anything that's in the box, you do not, guys, do not rinse this thing. You don't want to go ahead and wash it like you wash regular rice from the bag. You do not wash this, okay? So next thing you're going to do is add your butter in, and I am going to add 1 teaspoon of butter or margarine. Add a half a teaspoon of salt. I don't want to put too much salt into my rice, so I'm just going to add a half a teaspoon. If you want to add more salt in yours, then you could go ahead and do that. Okay. Now guys, I'm going to be adding my water in here. Make sure you have cold water to get started, and I am going to put about 2 cups of water in here and mix it in. So I'm going to get started with this 2 cups, and that's it. You take your lid and you put it on. I'm going to put it in my microwave, and I'm going to put 6 minutes on this. Within 6 minutes I'm going to check it, and the water should be all gone, and then I'm going to check it just to make sure that the texture of the rice is the way that I want it. If it's too shelly, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to it, but let's give it 6 minutes to get going. So I'll put it in my microwave at 6 minutes, and then we'll come back. Okay guys, so it's been 6 minutes, exactly 6 minutes since I've been cooking this rice, and as you can see, it is just right. Oh, that is perfect. Now the only thing I'm going to do is bring that up a little closer so you guys can see that rice. I'm just going to put a little drizzle of water right into the middle there, just a little tip, nothing more than that. I'm going to cover it back over, and I'm going to put it back into the microwave for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes it's going to be done. Okay, so I will see you back in 2 minutes. Okay guys, it's been 2 extra minutes, since I've been cooking that white rice, and it is finished. And that is how you want it to be, nice and shelly, just like that. It's very simple, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get my vegetables ready, and pretty soon we'll be ready to eat. Okay guys, we are going to get our vegetables ready. All I'm going to have is a nice big juicy tomato and some cucumber, and I'm going to also have some broccoli. That is frozen broccoli, so that's pretty easy. Just going to go ahead and just sprinkle some salt on it like that. Give it a little toss. Sprinkle some more salt and put it in the microwave, and that's going to be ready. Now, as far as our vegetables go, with any vegetables you buy at your farmer's market or a supermarket or anywhere you're buying vegetables, you want to make sure that you wash them thoroughly, guys. Do not eat vegetables without you washing them, okay? Thoroughly, nice and clean, because you don't want to make people sick. Come here, also come eat your vegetables and get sick, so you want to make sure you wash them. So all I'm going to do is cut my ends off on both sides, sort it out. And I have a little thing that I do when I'm preparing my cucumber. All I do is just kind of cut some of them things off here. And I usually leave this part. So I kind of leave a little line here. And I'm going to show you why. Just to make it pretty. And then also, I also want to eat some of that skin, because that skin from your cucumber have a lot of protein in it that your body needs. Just like if you was going to make cucumber juice, you wouldn't peel the skin off. You would just cut it up and put it in your blender, and you would drink it just like that. So basically, this is what you want your cucumber to look like when you get done peeling that. With your knife, you're just going to go ahead and give it a little cut down like that, and just kind of just take that piece out. Just take it out just like that. Okay, so this is what you're taking out. So that's what you want it to look like when you're done taking out all the sides. Just like that. Now, there's different ways you could cut into this to give it that little pretty effect, so when you put it on your plate could look presentable. You could either cut it just down like that. Okay, so you could cut it like this, and this is what you're gonna have, right? And then see how that is right there. So you could do it like that, or see how that looks right there, or you could either cut it elongated like this. Yeah, you could cut it like that. It doesn't matter, just as long as you get that little effect that we're going for, so your dish could look nice. There you have it, just like that. Oh, and then all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. And that is all you need to do when you're making cucumber. And there you have it, all done. So our meat should be finished, and we should be ready to eat real soon. Okay guys, it's all done. Perfect. Jamaican curry, tripe, and butter bean, ready to eat. Okay guys, my dinner is ready to be eaten. Here it's nice and tender. That butter bean, it is delicious. Alright guys, I hope you like this recipe. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! I'm gonna let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, it's time for we eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.